Dream big, plan smart, build wealth. This is the TFS podcast, where money talk gets real and financial freedom is more than just a goal. Without further ado, let's dive in. Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of the TFS Wealthcast. And this is the first episode we're recording for this new financial year. The last financial year we had a lot of fun. There's a lot of growth. There's a lot of stress. But to start this new financial year off with the first episode, I thought let's bring Pramu into this. Let's put him on a hot seat and let's grill him with some questions.
Okay,
So Pramu, are you ready?
I'm ready. I got my trying out a new whiskey, so let's see how well that will serve me.
That's the Benriach 12 years, right? Single malt.
Yeah, trying it out. So let's see.
All right, Pramu. Then the first question. Let's talk about the TFS growth in the last financial year.
Yeah. See, last financial year was a year that a proper financial year after the strategic partnership with LOLC. I thought I seen growth before that. That year opened my eyes as well. It showed me the limits doesn't actually matter because there are no limits. And growing a business at 100% growth in probably just under 12 months at a level of TFS, I was blown away. I was blown away because of certain things such as my teammates, the colleagues, the managers, strategic partners, how they came into the game, how they contributed, and the results were that quick, less than 12 months. I was hoping it will be about 24 to 36 months. In about 11 months to see the results, it was amazing, and it's a massive eye opener for me as well. So I like growth, progress, brilliant.
And speaking of changes, right? So with at the scale of the growth you just described, TFS from every level of the company we underwent a lot of changes.
Yeah.
Right. So from our people to the systems we utilize, leadership roles, client experience, and even the volume of opportunity. Right. Let's focus on the people. How did this growth affect the people, and what kind of changes did it force them to bring upon themselves?
Yeah. So the first thing I'll highlight is the management, where the managers saw there is a progress for them. There is life beyond their role. There is a progress. They can go from a manager to a head of a department, and then you saw certain types of assistants, how they grew. We had a girl less than 2 years went to an assistant manager role because capability was there, dedication was there, right? Commitment was crazy. Because the commitment, when I say commitment, it's not that you're rocking up from 9 to 5, right? Not that.
Yeah.
Commitment is for the common goal of the company. Assistant manager. So the career path also opened up for every single person in our office. Like even for me, right? A lot of people say, okay, you're the founder, CEO, there's no what's out there for you beyond this. Amount of things I learned during that year, and areas such as technology, how the finance and the financial industry is using technology to be more accurate in their projections, right? It's open different avenues for me as well from that point onwards. So that kind of growth for myself, including every single person in my team, that's the result of the whole team is growing.
Yeah. And sorry. So, bro, now you mentioned the scale of the growth that happened after the strategic partnership with LOLC Holdings.
Yeah.
So, at what moment did you realize TFS was no longer operating like the business it used to be prior to the strategic partnership with LOLC?
I actually realized it way before the partnership happens, right? Because we can't operate the way that we used to operate with this.
Yeah.
We have to change. So the change was enforced. Some stayed, some went. We lost about at that particular point of time when I did the a partnership, or when we did the partnership, we lost about not lost.
Some
We
happened.
had about 1, 2, 3, 4, about 6 people leaving the company.
Some apples left before they were pruned.
And don't get me wrong, they
Yeah.
thought they were apples,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And we were also fooled to a level, from the facade level, they were apples. But that also opened the whole management perspective of individuals. Who are these individuals we need? What kind of attributes we need? And what is our goal? Because our goal must match with the team members who work with us. So when certain individuals have a different goal that doesn't match with our common goal, it doesn't work. It may not, there's nothing wrong with those individuals.
Yeah.
Right? It just doesn't fit.
Yeah.
You don't fit into this
Equation,
culture.
into your equation.
Right? So we had that change overnight.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, I was a bit worried to a level, and then I realized it amazing, because now I have certain amount of people left here which who are committed to this role, committed to the goal. Let me build from there.
Yeah.
It was simple as that.
So I mean, with any rapid growth story like that, right? I mean, basically, what happened to TFS, it's like you mix tequila, vodka, and Red Bull together and downed it, and that crazy energy spike you get. That's kind of what happened to TFS as well, right? With this rapid growth with LOLC. So
you can. I don't think you can put it that way.
yeah,
It's the right mix, what it meant to be.
yeah,
Because TFS always meant to grow this way.
yeah.
It's just the right mix. Finally, we got the right mix,
And
then it grew.
Yeah. So my initial question with the analogy I used was, when things grow that fast, sometimes things tend to break, right?
Yeah.
So with TFS, what nearly broke as the business grew that quickly? I'm pretty sure it wasn't always sunshine and rainbows along the path.
It'll be
Last
awesome,
financial,
if that is
last
the case.
financial year, yeah, ups and
I
downs.
think it's understanding of each of my team members' capacity, what I could expect from them, and also to how to plan and navigate with those individuals to the goal. That was a surprise to me, because I was not prepared to do that. I was only prepared to do, I've got the team, let all of us run. For 3 months, I realized, oh, I'm the only one who's running. Quite a lot of things need to change.
Yeah, sometimes it felt like that, like a pup. We felt like puppies on a leash, and then Pramu was running, and then we were like, oh, we're trying to keep up.
But again, it's not the it's not the team's an issue. It was my issue. It was my issue because I didn't understand my team.
Yeah.
So I assumed my team can do this. I did not put my time. I did not realize to bring certain types of elements into their game for them to grow.
Yeah.
That's the point I realized, oh, no. I gotta go back to my drawing board. Let me just focus on growth of the people rather than the company. That's the point it's actually pivoted.
Yeah.
Because as you know, we bought few businesses during the first 6 months.
Yeah.
Very aggressively we bought,
Yeah.
and we pivoted out afterwards. We started investing in our people.
So now, speaking of leadership, right now, if you look back at your past schooling career, you had many leadership roles. You also captained the cricket team, right? So, what are some traits that you utilized back then that you brought into this TFS growth story in terms of leading your team?
Um, Again, goal setting is still there,
Yeah.
right? You still have to set your goal. You still have to get your teammates into the same equation. This is our objective. This is where we're heading. Um, from that point onwards, there are things like the technology brings into the equation. So then we also need to spend more time educating our team members about technology, because elephant in the room, when the technology or AI come into the equation, what will happen to my job? Everybody asks the question.
Yeah.
Am I being replaced? I mean, if you really think about it from the basic level, you can be replaced with AI. But is that what you need for your business? The technology running your,
A soulless company, basically.
is that what you need? Right? Because your vision changes, then you might grow even quicker.
Yeah.
But is that sustainable growth? So then you start asking questions about technology. You start asking questions about the decisions that you made before. Can I maybe alter certain decisions? Can I maybe do a different kind of a strategic decision, right? So then when you start understanding the AI, understanding the technology, how it works, how it practically works in our industry, instead of replacing your teammates, you get the teammates to work with AI and get them educated,
Yeah.
so they control that system for that particular person to enhance. That's one of the things that we've done very well.
Yeah.
Right? I have to give it to my management for that. Right? When I brought the technology in, I'm like, got it, here we go. We can do this, we can do that. We may not need this kind of people. And the management said, okay, is that what you really want to see? 5 years down the line, who do you see in your team? That was a good weekend. I started thinking about the whole system, how the system works in 5 years down the line. Then that's the point I actually realized it. The teammates are the most important people in this strategic move what I'm doing. So, as you know, we see how many times I have started giving you guys, okay, guys, use this. Don't use it this, but just use this. Tell me what you can do. I mean, I push you all into that. I made you all do that.
Yeah.
But now you guys are doing it every day. That was it for like last 5 years or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy how things have changed. All right, Promo, since I said, I'm putting you on the hot seat, here's a hot question.
It hasn't got hot enough.
Yeah, it's probably because it's still winter. All right, Promo, work from home.
Oh my God.
Why does TFS not believe in work from home? Or why does Promo Rodrigo not believe in work from home?
Personally, I don't believe that. Right? TFS as an organization don't believe that, because we are in the people's game. We are not in aged care business. We're not in childcare business, right? We're not selling products. So we're selling services to human beings, right? We're not in tech business where we're selling products to tech. So in people's game, in people's business, people must be with people. So I always believed that.
Yeah.
Because I mean, look, you call me old school. I'm old school, but I come playing. I mean, my game was cricket. It's a colonial game. It's a social game, right? So you hang around with people after cricket. You sit down, you have a drink, and you have a mock around. It's just a people thing. But then I see the results of those kind of little things. It's success.
Yeah.
And you see, I mean, TFS was forced to do work from home by the time of COVID came in, right? What did we do? We grew our business year and year. It's 30% growth, right? I think the first time we had the work from home thing, we grew our business significantly. I started recruiting people back and forth. They were working from home because there was too much work. So working from home actually worked very well for TFS, if you really think about it.
Yeah.
But we are not on lockdown. We are in we people are moving around. People meeting each other. So when we are selling a financial product, we need to see the person. We need to see the person. We need to feel exactly, is this what they want? And it applies the same thing to my teammates.
So, Pramu, now, like you were saying, right now you said you like the fact that your team is physically working together, uh, just like back in the day when you played cricket. It was a team sport, so
Yeah.
you believe in that communication and the bond that
Yeah.
people build when they work together and they see each other face to face rather
Yeah.
than looking at each other from a
Yeah.
screen, right? So, what do you see in an office that you believe gets lost when everyone works separately? In this case, working from home.
Yeah, I mean, it's changing ideas, right? I mean, from a marketing team perspective, how many things that you and I have changed? You come up with an idea, I'll tell you right now, maybe don't do that. Or you come up with an idea, I said, okay, bloody good, let's do this.
Yeah.
That's the energy.
Yeah.
Right. And then
So
we see in finance,
yeah,
solutions, policies. It just sometimes just hearing another person's experience will give you that edge to look for that solution for your client. It's exchanging experience as well, right? So for juniors, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You work with seniors, and seniors have a lot of more experience than the juniors. How to even keep yourself in an office,
Or even speak to a client.
speak to a client,
Rejection handling.
right? Things like that. It's very hard to do that online. You might call a client working from home. I might not hear that because I'm not online with you like Big Brother looking at you.
Yeah.
It sounds weird, right? Think about it.
Yeah.
Imagine a manager looking at you doing things in your room. That's it doesn't work.
Yeah. So what do you have to say to all these naysayers who argues that if you trust your people enough, you should not care where they work from?
Yeah. I mean, we have to trust people whether they work from home, whether they work from the office. That's not something you put it into a table and say remote workers are trusted more than the workers on site.
Yeah, it's not a question of trust, basically.
So you go to the hospital.
Yeah.
You are you expecting a doctor to come on a computer and do things?
Yeah. And also, it's just not it's not a question of trust. It's what you're saying is when people work together and physically see each other, meet each other, productivity increases, communication speed is much faster.
Yep.
Client service improves, and also coaching and mentoring.
Yep.
It's much easier.
Learning on the job. How are you going to learn on the job online?
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't make sense. It might work for certain industries.
Yeah.
Okay. Not to the industries I'm in.
Yeah. So, okay, let's say a really high performer applies for a job at TFS.
Yeah.
Ticks every box.
Yeah.
But he or she has one requirement, it has to be work from home. Is that person hired or
It needs to be to me.
yeah,
Again, I'm not saying this is how businesses should run.
yeah,
I don't have a big business, so this is my personal. I would look for proofs. I need evidence to see what have you done working from home. If you can showcase that to me, I'll pivot. I'll come up with the strategy that you could work from home and give me the best solutions
Hmm.
for my clients. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've got certain individuals. Certain days they work from home. They're one of the top class. Their efficiency levels are crazy high. Right?
Hmm.
They know how to do it, but they are not always the customer facing people.
So I guess the role that you play at the work or the role you encompass at the workplace depend also benefits more.
Can a salesperson do it over the phone in our industry? For how long? You know, it's there has to be some sort of a trust being built. You can't build a trust just on the voice all the time,
Hmm.
because there's always an element of distrust.
Yeah,
There's always that.
especially in this day and age, they could get about, with the way people are running ads.
Yep.
Right, they can have about 4 to 5 brokers calling them in a week.
Yep.
If they're a first home buyer, or if they're just
Yep.
looking to refinance.
Yep.
Right. Okay, Pramu, be honest. Do you think some people use work from home as a way to avoid pressure, feedback, and accountability?
Absolutely, yes. I don't need to talk too much about it. Absolutely, yes. It's the easier way for them to get out of their optimum level of performance because they're lazy to do it.
Yeah. All right. That's enough work from home, right? Work from home, nothing. Is not a concept that will get approved at TFS. Let's talk about workplace culture, right? And a lot of companies say they have great culture because they do team lunches, birthdays, office events, and etc.
Mm.
But what does culture mean to you when there is pressure, a difficult client, or a deal going wrong?
It's the same feeling that you get when you have the same issues of pressure coming into your own family. How a family together handles that pressure, how they come up with a solution, how they safeguard a family member. That's the culture. um, I think I can say that
Mm.
because that's what TFS has.
A family
We have a family
culture,
culture.
got each other's backs.
We got each other's back, and we know everyone.
Yeah.
We know everyone to a certain degree. We know. I
Yeah,
mean, even
yeah.
the new person come last week. It's to
Some-
some level, I know this person,
Yeah.
and then in along the next few weeks or maybe months time, I'll know a bit more about this person. I will put more time
Yeah.
to go and know about that person. That's who we are, because maybe I'm a bit more crazy. To some could argue you're wasting time, but for me it's not wasting time because I'm just understanding the person, right? So I think that goes to my other line managers, department managers, heads, even team leaders. They do the same thing. I think very proud to say TFS has a family.
At the moment, it has a very
Yeah.
family vibe that we're going on. But as the company grows, departments grow, there'll be. It's inevitable,
You
the
always gonna have a sister who's gonna complain about things.
interdepartmental politics, and
You got a brother who's not gonna listen and then just do whatever they want.
and then also, Pramu, on a side note, one of the, as TFS, at the rate TFS is going, one of the bigger problems you'll have in the future, right, is inter workplace relationships. I mean, I don't know how you're prepared to
Again,
handle this.
no comment on that. You need to speak to Sonali about those kind of things. That's not my department to even look at it.
So, okay, Now we spoke about culture. Now at TFS, what behaviors do you reward when it comes to your employees? Things they do that benefit the business when no one's watching.
Why do you think that needs to be rewarded?
I don't know. I'm asking you the question.
So I'll ask from the listeners.
Yeah.
Do you really think that should be rewarded?
When an employee goes above and beyond,
Yeah.
as opposed to another employee,
Yeah.
both on the same level.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I won't reward that.
Yeah.
For me, is what the one who's not going beyond should be doing. Because that's what we do for family. It's not a transactional thing. There is a transaction, but
Yeah.
it's not always transactional.
But if it's always happening,
It's good on that person.
if only one person's going above
But the
and
thing is
beyond,
this, right? When that person, whoever that person is, always doing that, going way beyond what they're supposed to do, that person's name is always remembered. It's there. When it's time, if there is a choice to be made, choice is simple.
Yeah. So on that note, what does accountability look like at TFS without creating a fear-based workspace?
I mean, if see, I always tell this to everybody, right? If you know your task, what you're supposed to do for the day, you get it, you finish it off. That's the accountability you need to have for yourself, because that's what the company employed you for. That's why the company believe in you. That's why they employed. They're not
Yeah.
just doing a gamble here, going through certain types of interviews. That's why they have employed you, because they believe in you. They can, you are good enough to do the job. So you know your tasks, complete them. If you're struggling to complete them, ask for help. It's simple. And it happens to me as well. Every day I come to the office, there are certain amount of tasks I gotta complete.
Yeah. Now, Pramu, you work with many business owners, personal clients, friends, right? You've also invested in other businesses that you work with. So, what are some workplace beliefs you see in the cultures of those other workplaces that you see those owners get completely wrong, and areas that they could improve?
I can't tell you a specific stuff, but let me tell you. All right, man. That okay. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Um,
So we do at TFS. We're all about good
Yeah.
questions.
See, I've seen certain types of people who think that they've made it and do whatever they feel like they want to do, and not give any time to the business, any time to the employees, or any time to their business associates. This is doing well.
Yeah.
You can't complain about it. But the people who are working there, they're not happy. Right? That's one I've seen. And I mean, it's again, it goes around, it goes down the same line, right? So I've seen a lot of people taking massive salaries from their business, huge salaries, live a larger life than they should be having, right? Just don't take it. Why can't you just take slightly more, and then maybe increase strategic decisions, right? Increase a salary of a person who's performing well, so that person can perform more. They stop thinking of the other person. That is something. Yeah, I mean that. I mean, there's a lot of other things I can
Yeah.
talk, but I don't want to. It can get very complicated if I go down the line.
All right. So okay, Promo. I like this question. when you hire new employees, right? Do you look at their skills first? Do you look at their attitude first? Or do you look whether they are a culture fit to the TFS family
Attitude.
culture that we.
I'll go straight down the attitude.
Yeah,
Because if you have the right attitude, they'll fit to the culture.
yeah.
Then they will perform.
Mm. So attitude, culture, and then skills.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta have some sort of skills.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
You can't come to.
Uh, so, what is the one thing you cannot train into someone, no matter how talented they are, from,
Attitude.
from your experience?
Attitude.
Mm.
I can't train. That's why I don't invest my time or money
Yeah.
to the wrong attitude people, because I have done it before, by the way.
Okay.
Okay, I'm telling you, because don't think that I haven't done this. And
Yeah.
dude, I have gone through this problem. I have tasted it. I have bitter taste
Yeah.
on this thing. Trust me. Okay,
Yeah.
never again. It's just waste of your time. And when you actually put a dollar value for your time, amount of money
Mm.
that you have lost.
Investing in the wrong
Oh
people.
my God.
So, from your experience, how have you learned to differentiate the people you would invest your time and money in?
I'm not going to give all my secrets
Okay.
to the
Okay.
world. I mean, there
Yeah.
are certain types of questions I do ask,
Yeah.
right? And I know you can bullshit me, but some certain bullshit, I know where the attitude coming from.
Yeah.
So it's not a clear cut that I cannot even explain that to you, to be honest with you, how I would see a person anymore, because I've been burnt
Yeah.
before.
Yeah. Yeah.
So luckily, I know.
All right. So now I thought I'll just go down the path of asking you some grilling questions
Uh-huh.
that might potentially tick you off a bit.
Oh dear. There we go. Here we go.
Your no work from home approach to TFS.
Yeah.
Do you think that would make TFS less attractive to good talent, or do you not care about that?
I mean, to a certain percentage, yes, there are certain good talents who may would like to work with TFS but don't want to work because we don't offer that.
Mm.
But at the same time, how I see it, this is what I see. If you can't see the future, how well you're gonna be, and if you don't know how good to be part of something really cool, something really fun, something always progressing, that's not an attitude I want to have in my team anyway.
Mm.
That's why even in my last, I think I did a publication very recently in LinkedIn.
Yeah.
I said, I'm genuinely happy if you really like remote working, but you're not fit for TFS. TFS is not the best company in the world, okay? We have our own standards. It's just that you don't fit into our standards.
Yeah. So if someone delivers excellent work but does not enjoy the office culture at TFS, would you
Say that again?
if someone delivers excellent work
Yeah.
but does not enjoy or fit into the office culture at TFS?
Is it? So your question to me,
Yeah. They're really good at their job,
yeah,
the tasks,
yeah,
right? But they
But they
don't
don't
fit
fit.
into the office culture
yeah.
at TFS.
What do they fit into?
Some might say they're like a bad apple. They don't get along with any of the employees,
Yeah,
right? Work is good,
yeah,
but doesn't fit into the office culture.
yeah. See, then it is what it is.
Yeah.
Unless you're Steve Jobs or
Yeah.
unless you're one of them,
Yeah. Yeah.
then the companies and businesses will start investing in that particular individual in a different way so they get the best out of that person. It is what it is.
Yeah.
For me, it is what it is. I don't have time to invest like that. I'll have to make my call would be don't fit it, you don't fit in.
Yeah. So, what leadership traits have you taught yourself, right, to make TFS an office worth coming into for your employees from Monday to Friday?
Look, I from the place we started TFS,
Yeah.
the place we are currently, not the place we will be in the future, I think we are at a very super luxury place, in my opinion. Some people may argue, we don't have this, we don't have that, they have this, you know. But when I started the business, I didn't have any of these things. So I think we are in a good place. We are in a very good location as well. We have a good brand that we represent now. Office is, in my opinion, is amazing. Better than my home office. So um, I think we have all what we need to to become the best version of ourselves. If when we become our best versions, who knows?
Yeah.
This also become the best version of that.
Yeah.
So we just have to trust in ourselves to become the best version of ourselves. You know?
So, Pramu, you know, you can't be great without people saying negative things about you.
Yeah.
You can't achieve greatness. So, in that sense, what would some of your former employees who disagree with you say about your approach to leadership, and where do you think they might be right in their perspective, where they
I
didn't
mean,
understand where you were coming from?
I hardly speak to my former employees. There's only few I would do. Um, I do respect the ones I speak to. I do respect their perspectives. This is what they say, this is what they want, this is what they want to do. It doesn't align with me. Again, as I said before,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong about not aligning with myself or my company. There's nothing wrong with it. But when you don't align, when you don't fit, there's no connection, there's no relationship.
Yeah.
So somebody has to make that decision.
Yeah.
Which is okay for me. I mean, I don't have time to think about it, to be honest with you, Vishy, because there's so many other things I have time.
You can, yeah, exactly. There are so many other things that need your time, but you.
I mean, you're not in my game, so
Yeah.
you know why would I?
So there are competitors we see that try to replicate what TFS does, you know, in terms of marketing, approach,
Yeah.
etc. Right? Try to replicate TFS growth. So, what are some things you see that they get completely wrong?
They think they are in a competition. I think they're delusional. They're literally out of their heads.
Yeah.
They actually think they're in a competition with us. Some actually think they're competition with me.
Yeah.
I'm not in your level. I'm not saying you're in a higher level or I'm in a low level or I'm in a higher level, you're in a
Yeah.
low level. You're not in my level. Okay?
Yeah.
My level is different
And
to you.
none of this was handed to you on a golden platter.
No. So you don't know my level because
Yeah.
you have not lived in my life. You don't know the things I have gone through. You don't know how I make my decision. You don't know what I see and what I plan
Yeah.
and what I execute. So you're not in my competition. Right? You're not a competitor at all to me.
Yeah.
So sometimes I laugh about when people go down the pack, we why are you wasting your time? I know for a fact you have no idea what I'm doing in the next 2 minutes.
So, bro, for you with TFS, what do you measure besides revenue and settlement numbers?
What I measure beyond.
Beyond just revenue and like okay, sorry, let me rephrase that.
Mm.
What do you use to measure the success of TFS just beyond the lodgements and settlement volumes?
Uh, Growth of the team numbers. I mean, we start, when I look at it now, what we got?
For 36, 38?
Yeah, 38.
And where were we a year ago?
Yeah, right. The less than 15 or something.
Yeah.
That is a very amazing. That's one of the most satisfying thing to me. Is the amount of individuals who are dedicated, who are coming. My God, they're at it. They're at the game.
Yeah.
Right. That is, to me, that's success.
Yeah.
That's literally beyond lodgements, beyond settlements. Just the people who trust the brand, who are willing to wake up in the morning and come and give their time to the company,
And to your vision.
to the vision, right? Stick with it, believe in it. I don't think you can put a monetary value for that that progress. I can't call it success yet because I haven't reached that yet.
Yeah.
It's a progress.
Yeah, we're still growing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because next year is a different story.
Yeah. So with that being said, Pramu, to close off this episode,
Yeah.
what's next for TFS? What are the next stages looking like for TFS?
I'm gonna go down to the place that I really like, marketing, right? So next phase, and we forgot to mention about what's coming to this Wealthcast.
Yeah.
What we are doing. We are doing something different. This year we're gonna bring financial planning. We're gonna bring some tips, tricks, strategy into this podcast.
Okay.
It's free, by the way. You want to listen? You listen.
Yeah.
You can take the same thing and apply tomorrow and make some money. Do it. No problems. We're gonna do that this year. We're also going to talk about a lot of business investments. We also going to talk about how to invest in a business, how to grow a business with the help of finance, with the help of leveraging your assets, your equity. So this financial year, the tone, the energy is very different to the last financial year. So stay tuned.
Thank you, Pramu. And thank you guys for tuning in. So this is just the first episode of the TFS Wealthcast for this new financial year. Stay tuned. We have a lot more interesting episodes to come.
Yep.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the TFS Podcast, where we turn knowledge into action and big goals into real results. Now, don't forget to like and subscribe and share this episode with someone working towards their next financial step. Now, with that being said, until next time, keep building.